Welcome back, you guys. This is the Royal Report. I'm Nicole Jennings, owner and founder of Queen Anna House of Fashion, and we've got a special guest today. I just want to let everyone out there know, if this is your first time with us here on the Royal Report, what you're about to enter into is where we are taking the fashion world that we all read about, flip through the magazines and see, and we break it down and make it realistic for you. And so today, we have one of our newest vendors actually that we have in our store, as well as that we're going to be highlighting on Small Business Saturday with us. Chloé Mendel.
Thank you. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Of course, of course. Tell us who you are, what you do, all the things.
So, my name's Chloé Mendel, and I'm the creative director and co founder of a brand called Maison Atia. And we are a luxury faux fur brand that's completely sustainable. And every coat sold rescues a homeless pet. So, we are also charitable with every sale as well.
And that's big for us as well because it's something that's so important. The giving back concept again, that's like the philanthropic side of me is like it's a deep dive. So I always try to like, okay, Nicole, bring it back because it's just so near and dear to me, in my heart, but also our brand as well. And I just got a puppy, and I never thought I would care. I mean, I care about puppies, right? But like no, like I really care about puppies now, but I think again it has to do with proximity. She's literally like right there in my little corner. I don't know.
Wow, that's a big puppy. Oh,
I know, right? She's a Cane Corso, so at 8 months, she's 90 pounds.
wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you still
So
have,
just think about that. Yeah, I know, right? And she's a tad bit spoiled, but again, we did that to her, just like our kids, just like all the things. However, tell me, why did you choose puppies or dogs?
so actually, we rescue all pets, dogs and
Oh,
cats. Yeah.
okay.
So our hashtag is buy a coat, save a puppy, but it's really rescuing all homeless pets. And we're partnered with PAWS Chicago, which is a leading no-kill shelter in the USA, although they're based in Chicago. And I've actually been involved with them before I started my brand, so it only felt natural for me to incorporate a charity that I knew was real, I knew did the right thing. They are the leaders in everything they do. I mean, I cannot say enough great things about them. If you don't know them, you should look them up.
Oh, we will.
They're extremely transparent. They are building the largest medical center in the US for homeless pets. Actually, it's built now. And they take pets in all situations. They go to hurricanes areas. And they rescue those pets that are just left in the pounds or in disasters. So they're incredible. They have a spay and neuter. I don't want to tell you everything, but they do that for low income families. So to reduce you know, the pets that are just homeless in areas, and they provide free food, free medical care, all for pets because people want the best for their pets. They just can't afford it. So they are the solution, and they're going to be the leaders across the US. So it's so important for us to be partnered with a real charity that we know is doing well and the right thing. So yeah, it's so near and dear to my heart. And I have two cats, two dogs, two kids.
Two. I mean, so your house sounds like mine. So yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I know my kiddos are in school, but I'm like, usually it'll be like somebody trying to come in during the Zoom call and then, handing me something. Mommy, sign this. So I know you understand that life. So
I mean, I'm nervous because I'm in my bedroom hiding, and I just keep looking at the door to see if I like see feet coming by. But so far they don't know I'm in here right
oh,
now.
I do that. Oh my God. I would say so we should hurry. We only got about 5 minutes until you're found for sure. So tell me how you got started. I know that we had spoken before and I got a chance to learn a little bit more about your brand and the history. And I know that right now sustainability it isn't a buzzword, but people try to like it's like a thing that's everyone's talking about it right now. And it's so important. And so tell us a little bit about that, the backstory on how you got started and the concept behind sustainability and how you do a luxury faux fur line. How does that work?
Yeah, it's super cool and it's really niche. So I am a sixth generation furrier, designer and furrier. So my father is the famous designer. His name's Jill Mendel, and he is the designer for a brand called J Mendel. And I grew up in that atelier. So I grew up in the fur department, in the ready-to-wear department, and I interned and worked there for many years and learned from everyone from, the Russian Jewish guys cutting pelts and nailing them together to hand pleating gowns for the Met Gala and so on. So I really learned from my father, who's extremely hands-on and an incredible designer. And so I used to think, well, I'm not someone who's going to go buy a fur. And this is when I was like 19 years old, right? So I was like, what what is in more of my price range for someone who loves luxury and wouldn't feel like it's a downgrade? And I realized there was no option for someone like me who's willing to splurge on something beautiful, made well, craftsmanship, but doesn't want it to look grungy, cheap, thrift store vibes, and so on. Fur is really beautiful, and when it's made well is really special. So I was like, I really want special pieces because that's the person I am, and I think a lot of women who love luxury and love craftsmanship feel the same way. So that's kind of how the brand was born, and I met my co-founder Gustave Maison Rouge because I needed help because I'm just a creative person, and you need people who to do the things that you're not good at. And we started in 2017, and it was really important for us to start the brand with the values we have and with integrity, right? Being transparent. So the goal was to be 100% sustainable. We've met that goal this year. We went through stages to get there because the fashion industry is not a sustainable industry to be in. So we have to be disruptors in that market. So
Hmm.
we use recycled materials, right? So now there's a lot of advancements in recycled polyesters and using water bottles. So we're able to make great soft fibers with recycled water bottles. There's a new fabric called Koba, faux fur fabric, and it's made out of corn, which is bio-based, and recycled water bottle. Super cool. Stella McCartney's using it. And we were actually the second to use it besides her, and we made a collection with it. So we are really on the forefront of making better fabrics and applying them in beautiful ways. And for someone who may love fur, may not love fur, they it doesn't matter. They just love our product. So, um, being a conscious consumer is super important to us. The charity is super important to us. So it's like what modernizing my family history into who I am today. And that's where Maison Atia was born from. We're a family company, and we really want to convey those values to other people who I think share the similar values.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm so glad that we were able to connect and collaborate together because my concept isn't in the design world. However, being that my great grandmother was Anna and who the store is named after, and in my logo, my Q&A has four dots. It's because I have four children. And so creating a legacy of difference and being a disruptor, I think that's a great word in the way that I've taken our family history and done the same thing in the concept of empowering and inspiring women to take up all the necessary space that they need to change the world. And I think that that's something that is important, not only for me, but for others out there that sometimes might just need to that little bit of encouragement and again needs to be maybe see it in a different way. And so my thought behind it is out and again obviously I have three girls, but to also show them that there's more than one way to take a legacy and make it their own, right? And so kudos to you and what it is that you're doing, and to be the first or the second, but just the concept of you thinking beyond yourself, I guess, in a society and in a world that sometimes gets so inundated with self is always a very, very pleasant pleasant surprise. And so I'm so grateful that we had the opportunity to connect, as well as the opportunity to do something special on Small Business Saturday. So we're going to be doing a small women's makers, I guess I should say, because I usually have to preface that because we usually are known for big events. And with COVID and just being safe and making sure that our clients feel safe, we've been, scaling back quite a bit, stepping into the um, new normal in a very safe way. So our makers event is going to be some of the brands that we have in the store that are women owned, and are doing great things in philanthropy. And so you're going to be sending some things that we might not have in the store right now, but will be available for our clients to partake in. Tell us a little bit about what are your favorite pieces that you have this season, that what people may see, whether it's in the store or even if it's online or wherever. What is it that's super exciting for you this season?
Well, it's funny because my favorite is always our classic, and it's what we started with. It's the Catherine coat. It is a coat that every woman should have and doesn't know that they need yet.
Yeah, until they get it.
Yeah, but it's such a great shape. It's really flattering. Our coats are lightweight and super warm, so the hand feel is like a cloud, and it's just a great piece that you can wear dressed up, dressed down. I really think about versatile fashion, right? You don't have to have a coat that's just for evening. You should wear it all the time. It should be something that
Mhm.
I like wear the same coat for like weeks, and I don't even change it. I'm like, oh wait, maybe I should change the color. It's kind of I think about how women actually wear their pieces and being loving their pieces for long periods of time. I'm very much an advocate for the lean closet approach, right? Buying quality, not quantity.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so that's what we design. We design classics to stay with you and maybe pass down to your daughter because you love it so much and they will love it too. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm always hands down, the Catherine is my all time favorite. It was our first coat we ever designed. And we continue, women just fall in love when they try it on because it just feels good.
I think that that's always when you can always go back to that. That's no, you started on a good foot. Like when you can go back to the original. Love that concept, and also the concept of, well, I can't say I have a lean closet hashtag goals. However, I do know that most of my pieces that I do own are pieces that could definitely be passed down. I mean, my daughter was just in my closet this morning, so they're being passed down sooner rather than later. But which is good. So it means that we're getting our money out of it. But the concept of having, like for our brand specifically as well, timeless women's wear for the evolving woman. And so, life changes. Again, like I said, I am now a fur mom, as well as a real mom, as well as a business owner and a wife and all the things. And I don't want to have to think about a coat. And with the number of coats that we have in this house, I don't. However, I want to know that whatever coat I grab, it's going to be well made. I'm going to look good in it and I'm going to feel good in it. And I think that that's my biggest thing too, especially after having the year or so, or however long ago that we've had. I think it's okay too to find something that's going to make you feel good, an investment piece, but then also a treat for yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you should love what's in your closet. That's the most important part, right?
For sure. And I think that the other part, though, from the aspect of, holidays and treating yourself, is that because your coats, even though they are faux fur, they are an investment piece.
Yeah, they're really beautiful. And, when you talk about sustainability, it's about being conscious with what you're purchasing, right? Am I purchasing something that is made well, that's going to last, or is it going to fall apart really quickly, right? Like I
Hmm.
said, quality, not quantity. And we're in a world where fashion's kind of become this scattered, like, I can buy 10 of these for the same price. It's like, no, you don't want to do that because
Hmm.
it'll fall apart and it's not going to last. And so, we really want to be conscious consumers. We want to know how they're made and who made them and support small businesses who are doing the right thing. And like you,
Hmm.
and our we love smaller retailers because they know their customers, right? You know what they're going to like, what's going to fit and what's going to last. And that's where we find a direct connection to people. And that's the most important because you were asking me what's the best way to spread the word for small businesses and brands, and it's word of mouth. So it's when
Hmm.
a customer goes, "Oh my god, I found this piece, bracelet, bag, coat, whatever it is, at this store. They just have such a great selection. You need to go in there." That is the best marketing, and that's what us as small businesses really want our customers to do because it's more profound when it comes from someone's heart.
Absolutely. And you know that you can trust your friend, right? Your friends, usually your friends, if they're a good friend, they're not going to lead you astray. So I 100% agree. And so when it comes to, Small Business Saturday or just even beyond, my thing is that always connecting and amplifying the voices of small business owners, specifically women owned, is something that's so important, I think, too. And so when it comes to the holiday season, yes, obviously you're going to be at the store with, you're there now. We've got stuff from the brand there now, but then like for Small Business Saturday, there'll be more options. But however, even outside of that, how would you like? Well, I guess you just told us when people get their hands on your brand, tell your friends.
Tell your friends, take a picture, post it on Instagram, say like, look at this, I love this. Those messages, when they come from the heart and they're integral, speak 1,000 words more than
Hmm.
magazine ad, all that stuff. People want to hear it from the people they trust. And that's why, we do what we do. It's because we love the women who love us and spreading the word that way.
Absolutely. And so, what is your handle on Instagram and social? Where can people find you, and how do they find you?
So Maison Atia is at Maison Atia, Maison Atia, Maison Atia. That's the easiest way to find us.
Awesome. And what does that mean?
So Maison is French for house. So a lot of brands like Valentino have Maison Valentino. It's house of. And also my co-founder Gustave, his last name is Maison Rouge. So it was a play on his name. And Atia is the name of Emperor Augustus's mother, because my son's name is Augustus. So the idea is the house of Augustus's mom.
See, and that again goes back to the concept of having meaning behind it. So, like, even when I was telling you about my logo and the four dots being my kids, it actually just gave me a little bit of a chill. So,
It's always
anyways,
felt like when you're a mom.
I know. I know, right? You always want to pave the way. So, but it was so good to connect and just share a little bit about your brand, Chloe. And I can't wait to get all the merch in and set up shop for our Women's Makers event on Small Business Saturday. And just for everybody that's out there watching, make sure you go to the handle, and I'll flash it at the bottom of the screen. You guys go follow, like, comment, share when you come by your coach from QA. Make sure you're commenting, sharing, spread the word, and diversify with whom you're doing business. It's not just a Small Business Saturday moment. It is a moment that's now should be part of the new normal. So, as we venture into the new normal, Chloe, I'm so glad that we got a chance to do that with you. And we look forward to a Small Business Saturday and spreading the love.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. And until next time, you guys, bye bye.